It's the Unfiltered here with... Actually today is gonna be the second part of the Fear small series. I don't know if there's a need for a third part, but whatever. Memento Mori. It's gonna be very significant for today's video. Treating myself in the evening with decaf coffee just because I like the taste and I wanted to please myself in a way tonight. I don't know why. So, the second part of the Fear series is like yesterday in the first part I talked about fears in general and how fear works in one's life. And now I want to talk about the fear that is at the center of your being, of life. And because of this fear, I've seen the world has actually been built around it in a way. And personalities and societies and mentalities have been built around it. And it's the only fear which you need to conquer your life and which has the ability to set you free. And because it's the only one that can set you free, you need to conquer it. And this one fear is the fear of death. That's why I talk about Memento Mori every day, and that's why I have felt for me that this is a central part of how I've been constructing myself and how I've analyzed life in different topics over the years. And it's been a thing that I've kept with me, this thinking about death, since I was a kid, but I never feared it in a way. I was always, I know that, and there are people who are like, no, let's not talk about that. Yeah, we all die, but it's there, far away. No, for me, it's, I keep it here. I keep it next to me, like this penguin. I keep it close to me because it helps me to understand that we are just passerbys. Yeah, and we're like the people traveling in a train, and life is a train, yeah? So you need to look at your death. And the moment you look at your death, if you're afraid of it, you can give yourself some freedom when you understand death. And to be, well, okay, yes, you bring awareness to your death. That's the way to see it and to look at it. But also, if you think about that, like in a social way, in like living your life before death, then you need to start living your life without regrets. Okay? And that's the only way to prepare yourself for a life which you will not regret before death. And also life and death, yeah, they're one. And when you prepare yourself for life, if you put death ahead and you look at life through this perspective of death, you will plan your life in a different way. And you will be able to understand life in a different way. And when you're not afraid of death, when you're not afraid of your life ending, you will have a different vibe around you. And I'm not going in this spiritual path when I talk about this. That's a different level. Yes, you can go at it, but this is just to live a life that's, in the end, it's actually gonna be meaningful. And as this whole 90 Day series, it's about me understanding and trying to find the meaning of my life, of my own life. And I'm just going through all the understandings that I have about life. And in the end, I hope I can kind of pick from all of these topics the thread that is common in them, and which gives meaning to my own life. And if anyone can look at all of these videos, if you don't, and if you can then look back at your own life and get something from it and see your life in a different way and give a bit of meaning to your life, to your own life, that's just amazing. And I know you can do it, but everyone can do it because I've done it and I'm, yeah, not that special. Kind of. But, and actually, when I'm saying I'm not that special, I didn't woke up like this. I've built this way of looking at life in years. And there is a thing when you understand death and when you look at your own death, and if you can be so calm and accept your death, then what is there to stop you? What is there to tell you how to be and why you should be like this and why and there is also another thing about a man that is not afraid of death, or a human, man, woman, yeah, just using man as a general term. A man that is not afraid of death is the most dangerous man in the world. And as I see things, that's why the spiritual men and people of the world and in here in history, yeah, they've all been in, not in India, yeah, in India they respect and they understand things differently. In Asia, let's say, okay, but the spiritual men that have been considered as a danger to the world is because they were not afraid of death. Not being afraid of death makes you a stronger human being, and it helps you enjoy life more, because when you know you'll die, when you're aware that you'll die, what's the point of not enjoying this moment here? If you're alone, if you're with someone else, even you should enjoy it even more. Why postpone it until tomorrow? If there is that something there to be enjoyed, if there is the awareness there to enjoy it, why? There is no point. If you're aware of death and you know that any moment that can happen and you accept it, what is stopping you in that moment from not experiencing this type of peacefulness, calmness, which brings in the same moment joy and a feeling of such explosiveness in you, you'll feel that you live life and you taste life in such a way that something goes out of you, like the energy, the flow and the joy of that moment, it's overflowing. That's the word I was looking for. And you need to experience that, because That's the point of life. And then when death comes, you're like, experience that as well. Because you're there, you're aware, and you're in that moment. And you've experienced every moment until now fully because you knew that this moment of death will come and you will not be able to experience the universe through the same senses as in a human form. So, what is stopping people from this? And that's the question. Well, yeah, what has stopped me also for many years to live and experience life like this? Unawareness. That's all. That's the only answer. And be aware of your death. Accept your death. And see death as a friend that helps you enjoy life more. I don't know, like, you need to look at it. And that's why memento mori is there, because whenever you feel great, and actually that's the point, that when you feel very good and very bad, and when you have success and when you fail, and in every moment, if you remember death, you will be aware of that moment even more. There is no, and this is also another point of why I made this 90-day series, because I don't want to look at life, and because people are saying, yeah, you look at life because you're from that religion or from that ideology or from this. No, this is not. Yes, you find these ideas in many parts of the world, yeah, but this is something that I can share and I can express even just from my observations and from what I've looked at life until now. And yes, maybe many things I have not experienced it, and many things I'm not aware yet. But I feel that even just these small things, if people would look at it and implement them in their life, and yeah, would make a tremendous change. Okay, enough for today. Memento mori. Remember death. And in this, you will be able to accept death and transcend your fear of death. And then you're free. Then do whatever you want. Bye.